if it could be more than that, though, man? What if it's our retirement plan?
You mean we grow up, go legit, live happily ever after? I'm sorry.
You know what, Tommy? You can't function without me. I don't need you, but you need me. I'm leaving you behind. Okay?
No, you ain't.
Tommy, I'm leaving you behind. You can't stop me. No one can stop me. I'm out.
One thing about the Power universe, there's always a foreshadowing with the writers always leaving clues that lead to future events. But the crazy part is, we the audience rarely notice them until everything has already happened. Now, in my opinion, whether Ghost is alive or dead isn't really up for debate anymore, not after all the plot holes, the subtle clues, and the inconsistencies I've been pointing out for years. At this point, it's not about if Ghost is alive, it's more so about when Stars finally decides to bring him back. And let's be honest, that decision really all comes down to two things: money, and Stars giving the fans what they've been asking for since day one. If you've seen my previous Ghost Town videos, you already know what I'm talking about. But for anyone new to the channel, or for those who just stumbled across this video, I suggest watching those first, so you don't end up in the comments asking why, and how Ghost is still alive. I'm going to show you that the signs were always there from the very beginning in this video. What if I told you that Ghost's exit was planned long before the final episode? What if I told you that there are still connections tied to Ghost that most people never even realized existed? The final 5 episodes of Power were layered like a chessboard. The writers filled them with distractions, plot twists, and quiet moments that only make sense once you look back. Every move, every glance, every scene was all part of something bigger. Think about how the original Power series started and ended. Season 1, Episode 1 was titled Not Exactly How We Planned, while the series finale was titled Exactly How We Planned. Ghost's character arc even mirrors itself. While in the beginning, he's trying to go legit through Club Truth, becoming a respected businessman, and by the end of the series, he's doing the same exact thing, but only this time through politics. Each version of Ghost is a reinvention and another step toward leaving the game behind. So what would be the final evolution of James St. Patrick? Faking his death, disappearing completely to start over as someone new. Now, that idea might sound unbelievable to some people, but here's the thing: Power has always shown us that faking your death is possible. It's not out of the ordinary within the series. We saw it with Lobos, and we saw it with Kanan in the original Power series firsthand. Lobos taught Ghost that vanishing isn't about dying, it's about controlling perception.
Everyone must think that I'm dead.
What?
It's best for everybody if it is believed that Ghost's attempt on my life was a success.
Ghost saw firsthand how Lobos used law enforcement, misdirection, and timing to make himself disappear. Ghost realized that all you need is the right timing, connections, and a controlled narrative to pull something like that off. While Kanan faking his death showed Ghost that you can die publicly and still live strategically. So what happens when a master strategist learns from two men who cheated death? He merges their blueprints. Ghost didn't just die, he executed the ultimate plan. He killed the name Ghost, gave his enemies closure, and walked away free to live as the man he always wanted to be. The Master of Perception didn't die at Club Truth, he simply finished the chapter exactly how he planned. Now in the past, you have seen a number of people that I have mentioned who could have helped Ghost fake his death. But I never mentioned who I believe could still be in contact with Ghost, and it may be who you least expect. After attorney Joe Proctor was killed by Tommy, that left Ghost without legal representation if things started to take a turn for the worst. Before Davis McLean even appeared in Power Book 2, he was known as one of the best attorneys in New York. With Ghost being a strategic mastermind and a public figure, he would have known about him. Of course, we know that Tamika Washington was the one who actually referred Tariq to Davis McLean in Power Book 2, but that doesn't necessarily mean she was the first link between them. In fact, there's a lot of evidence that could point to Tamika simply acting as the middleman for a connection that Ghost had already arranged. On the surface, that looks like Tamika's personal choice to recommend Davis to Tariq. Keep in mind that Tamika was fired from being a federal prosecutor for the DOJ after Angela's death, which led to her becoming a private federal attorney. Tamika also clearly cared about Tariq, often questioning him like a mentor, especially when she asked, "Tariq, did you kill your father?" It feels less like an accusation and more so like she's trying to confirm something she suspected Ghost might have arranged. And when you really think about it, Davis McLean and Tamika are the only two people within the law who are aware of Tariq killing Ghost. It's possible that Ghost could have told Tamika in person or in a written letter that if anything were to happen to him, to make sure Tasha and Tariq get the best defense money can buy. Tamika Washington might know Ghost set something up behind the scenes, possibly including a fake death scenario or legal escape plan, and she could be trying to piece it together herself. Think about it. Tamika was the one who assisted Tariq with reuniting Tasha and Yaz, and she also assisted with moving Tasha away after her location was compromised by Tommy. Not to mention, Tamika was the one and only person by Tariq's bedside in the hospital after Tasha knocked him unconscious. She's clearly been invested in Tariq and the St. Patrick family going above and beyond. And with the last name Washington, it makes you wonder if Tamika was related to Zion, whose real name was Marcus Washington. Now, when Davis McLean first appeared on screen in Book 2, he seemed unusually confident and seems unfazed by the St. Patrick family's notoriety. That's not how a random lawyer would react to a new high-profile client, but instead that's how someone would act when they've been expecting someone. Davis acted as if he already knew about Ghost's background, the media attention, and even Tariq's potential involvement. In my opinion, Davis's instant readiness, lack of surprise, and ongoing mentorship of Tariq all point to prior knowledge of Ghost. So while Tamika may have made the introduction, Ghost could have made the connection between Tariq and McLean. Ghost knew that Tariq was spiraling, angry, reckless, and being pulled into the street life. Realizing that he might not be able to reach his son directly anymore, Ghost possibly looked for someone outside the criminal world who could guide Tariq intellectually, strategically monitor his decisions, and protect him from the legal system.
And in a few years, flush with cash, you're done with Stansfield. Focus on your sister then.
I'm going back to Yaz and Big Mama. You are going back to school. You get your trust, and then you get out, baby. Then we can all be together again.
It's possible that Ghost met Davis before he was shot through Simon Stern, a political donor, or even Tamika Washington's old legal circle. And during their meeting, Ghost could have laid out a deal that suited them both. With Ghost paying Davis McLean a lucrative amount of money, quietly deposited through a shell company. In return, Davis could have agreed to represent the St. Patrick family in any posthumous legal trouble, mentor Tariq, guiding him toward success, and report back to Ghost discreetly on Tariq's growth and movements. Now, during the final season of Book 2, the one moment almost everyone felt like was a big letdown was the flash drive storyline. There were many theories and questions surrounding what could be on the flash drive, only for us to later find out that flash drive contained information on Tariq getting Rashad Tate to expedite green cards for Obi's family. I've already covered in the past how it would have been virtually impossible for Sachs to have sent out the flash drive to Junior with that type of information on it, when Sachs was already dead well before that even took place. And for all we know, something entirely different could still be on that flash drive that Tariq currently has in his possession. I believe that Ghost has been behind everything with the exception of the letter from Diana to Kate Egan. In my opinion, the flash drive sent to Junior takes out 3 targets at once, taking Junior out of the equation, who was obsessed with avenging Angela's death, Councilman Tate, for his shady backhanded dealings, and Obi, whose exposure weakened Noma's crew after her soldiers learned about his green card situation. The letter to Tommy that was passed on from the Tejadas through Diana to Kate enabled Tommy to cause Tasha to slip out of Witsec and go off the grid so she could help Tariq in ways that Ghost couldn't. which was her attempting to kill Monet. Ghost could have been behind 2-Bit taking Tariq's Porsche before it drew too much heat. Ghost could have also been behind the letter to Jenny Sullivan, which could have been designed to push her off Tariq's trail as she got too close. True to his name, Ghost remains unseen, orchestrating everything from the shadows and shaping Tariq's destiny. I'm curious to know who else you think could still be in contact with Ghost and why. Let me know down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe for all things within the Power Universe. See you all next time in the Universe of Power.